Fieldhouse, late December, as good as it gets in the realm of college basketball, home of the second-ranked team in the country. Kansas Jayhawks, winners of 6 in a row, sitting at 10-1 on the year, hosting the preseason favorites out of the Ivy League tonight, the Yale Bulldogs. With Nick Baugh, I'm Stephen Davis. Nick, it is the final game before a holiday break for Bill Self's Jayhawks. It can be a tricky game. Are these guys' minds home on break already, or are they here locked in on James Naismith Court?
Well, you feel this atmosphere will get you mentally where you need to be. I think with the scares from Eastern Illinois and even Kansas City pushing the Jayhawks a little bit, I don't think this team feels like they're in a position to overlook anybody, despite the second-ranked team in the country and all the stars that are across this starting lineup. But you need 2 stars, I think, in particular, to really shine bright. That's Kevin McCullough Jr. and Hunter Dickinson. Those guys, your studs got to be studs in moments like this. I think that guy, how he's been attacking the basket and getting to the free throw line has been excellent. 16 free throw attempts against the Hoosiers. And then Dickinson needs to get a lot of touches. You need to establish dominance in the paint and on the glass, and it starts with big number 1 for the Jayhawks.
McCullough and Dickinson both averaging 19.2 points per game. They are 2 of only 7 Jayhawks in the Bill Self era to average at least 19 points a game through the first 11 games of a season. That's pretty elite.
It really is, and those guys have been consistent and efficient as well. And you think about the last 4 games, Kevin McCullough has scored 8 points a game from the free throw line.
Yes.
Like, that'll help you get into a rhythm. That'll help you get the other team into foul trouble. But it'll be interesting tonight. There's a difficult matchup on the Yale side of things. 7-foot sophomore Danny Wolf, 12 of 25 from 3. He can handle it. Going to put a lot of stress on Hunter Dickinson defensively.
Yale, an interesting team. James Jones, 25th year as their head coach. The winningest coach in Yale history, second winningest in the long history of the Ivy League. He has done an outstanding job there in New Haven. Hall of Famer on the other bench in Bill Self, looking for career win number 783 tonight. Tap won by Kansas. We're going to have some fun in Allen Fieldhouse tonight. Great to have you along. Ray Natilli, Terry Oglesby, Olandis Poole, our officials. Usual starting lineup for the Jayhawks. Marco Jackson, the freshman, spins it around the perimeter. Harris, the returning starting point guard. Now Dickinson out on the perimeter, guarded by Wolf. Dickinson lets it fly. Rebound to Yale. Starting 5 for the Bulldogs. Danny Wolf, Bez Imbang, August Mahoney, John Lakitis, and Matt Moling. They know their roles. They're a pretty balanced attack offensively as well.
Right. Bill Self said that we got to disrupt them. You can't let Yale operate with comfort. They're too smart, they're too skilled, and they're too good as shooters. So Kansas got to ratchet up the defense.
That is Danny Wolf. He is a sophomore, 7 feet, 255 pounds, and he just put Hunter Dickinson in a spin cycle.
That's a 7-footer. And he can handle it. He can shoot the 3, so you got to close out on him on the 3-point line. He can post up. This is a big-time talent for Yale.
He averaged just over 2 points a game as a freshman. He's dropping 13.5 with 9 boards so far in his sophomore season. Harris, a 3-ball off target. Yale basketball. There's the Yale starting 5 as you see them. Veteran crew, 4 returning starters, and then Wolf, who emerged over the summer in the FIBA Euro Championship, the under-20 Euro Championship, playing for Team Israel, has really completed that starting 5. Don't be fooled by their record. They're not your usual 7-5 team.
Not at all.
They've got shooters, they've got size, they are veteran and battle-tested. This is Mbang finding Noling, missing a shot. He will finish 99% of the time.
You got to knock those down, those bunnies, early in the game.
Dickinson with a short one ties it at 2.
And I think that's where the ball's got to go almost every possession. Make Danny Wolf guard. He got into foul trouble at Gonzaga. So I think if Dickinson can post him up and there's touches, you can get Wolf on the bench in foul trouble.
3-pointer in and out from August Mahoney. Kansas racing the other way. No numbers. McCullough attacks anyway. Bucket and 1 for the superstar 5th-year senior.
Take a look You got multiple guys that can initiate the break, and Kevin McCullough Jr. is obviously one of them. How about that ball handling through traffic, under control, and the way he's played through contact, in particular the last 4 games, has been outstanding. And we said it's 16 free throw attempts at Indiana. He's averaging 9 free throw attempts the last 4 games. Big time scorer, man.
He scored 21 in a come-from-behind win, big comeback win at Indiana, down 13 in the second half, and he shot 3 of 11 from the field.
So you find a way. You got to find a way to score, make an impact, even if you're not necessarily in a great rhythm shooting the ball. And the free throw line can be your friend when you're out of sync.
Mahoney with 5 to shoot, finds a rolling Nolan. Mbang and Kulakitis with the shot clock about to expire, lays it in. They are patient.
And a great example of the intelligence and the great movement in that possession there. Kansas had their ears pinned back, pressuring, no problem, no sweat. They find a layup.
KJ Adams giving to Dickinson for a 17-footer that only went 15 feet. Yale back the other way in a hurry. James Jones today said the big thing with his team, we've got players, it's connectivity. If we're all on the same page, if my 5 guys function well, if the guys off the bench step right in, we can be really, really good. Wolf, nice cut, quick finish. Yale back on top.
Again, Wolf's mobility, size, and skill really going to test Hunter Dickinson. Be interesting to see if there's any sort of adjustment on putting someone else on Danny Wolf from Bill Self. I know he doesn't want to do that, but it's a tough cover for Dickinson.
Dickinson trying to find somebody at the other end. Mbang, the reigning Ivy Defensive Player of the Year with the steal. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Mbang wanting a foul. Yale keeps possession instead. Rare off-target pass from Hunter Dickinson. And quickly out of the game, Hunter Dickinson. Parker Brown in for Kansas.
From a mobility standpoint, Parker Brown is better suited to probably cover Danny Wolf. But nevertheless, the other 4 Jayhawks got to turn up the heat, Steven, and pressure these Yale Bulldogs on the perimeter.
Harris trying to do just that. Caught with a reach-in. Yale not intimidated. Looked like we might be in for a ball game tonight at the start. Yale living up to it 4 minutes in.
Dickinson is going to take a rest.
Parker Brown staying in with the other 4 Kansas starters. Yale has gone to their bench as well. A couple reserves in. For the preseason Ivy League favorites, although Princeton will put their 2 cents and more in on that as the season moves along. Ivy League maybe as good as it's ever been. A parade here, top to bottom. Single-digit shot clock here for Yale. Kulakitis fading from 10. Now Marco Jackson snares it for Kansas. Brown in for Dickinson.
More pick roll lobs with Parker Brown than conventional post-ups when he's in the game and not Dickinson.
Rolling off the handoff to McCullough. McCullough keeping. Brown got a piece of the rebound, but couldn't get it to a teammate.
Really, Yale really packing it in right now. They're not trying to get too extended. They're going to need someone from Kansas to knock down some perimeter jump shots, soften up the defense just a little bit. And how about this? KJ Adams now guarding Danny Wolf.
Very interesting. There's that matchup. Wolf going to work on Adams with a height advantage. Draws 2, gives it up. Kulakitis, tough step back. Kansas ball.
So you see KJ Adams able to pressure, but when Danny Wolf got into the post, the double team came. So Adams more equipped to deal with the speed and quickness on the perimeter, but when the ball does get down into the post with Wolf, Parker Brown came with a hard double team, and Kansas was able to scramble out of it. So you're already seeing multiple matchups and multiple looks from Bill Self defensively.
Does change Kansas, as Nick mentioned. At this end, they can do more of that. Little lob action from Adams to Brown.
Boy, KJ Adams is just elite in that short roll situation. He's gotten good at hitting that floater, but he sees the pass well.
Double block, if you will, underneath on Mahoney. Jackson quickly attacking. McCullough, open three. Nick Townsend with a block out in the rebound for the Bulldogs.
Nick Townsend, 6'7", 250. He's got the ball. Built like a defensive lineman.
That's Casey Simmons drawing a foul going down the lane. Simmons, a rare transfer into Yale. Played at Northwestern previously. He's coming off back-to-back double-figure scoring games.
Didn't play a ton for Northwestern, but he's got good size. And obviously, coming from the Big Ten, he's got the talent to go with it.
Foul was on Jackson. Second against the Jayhawks. Mahoney leaning in. That's his offhand. He's a lefty. Dropped that teardrop home with the right.
That's too easy for KU.
The other end, Nicholas Timberlake getting to the rack. Draws a goaltending call.
You just get the sense that Timberlake is one game away from finding this confidence, finding his rhythm and flow.
Could this be the game for Nicholas Timberlake? Johnny Furphy not here tonight, the freshman top reserve, if you will, for the Jayhawks. He's back home in Australia for a family commitment. So it's Timberlake coming off the bench first for Kansas at a guard spot. We'll see a lot of Jamari McDowell as well.
Yeah, and so certainly Timberlake probably going to maybe get some more extended minutes. So it's a good start, getting an easy layup right out the gates.
Tough shot in the lane, doesn't fall for Samson Allerton. Kansas has it back, up one. Harris against Mbang. Knocked loose. Yale's got a freebie at the other end. And the finish for Bez Mbang, the junior out of Potomac, Maryland.
You know, we'd say Ivy League Defensive Player of the Year a year ago. So, pull from behind. You see DeJuan Harris do that to people all the time.
Not used to having it done to him.
Now, and Bill Self said, DeJuan Harris has been uncharacteristically sloppy at times this year. Nicholas Timberlake with another drive to the basket. You know, when your jump shot's not falling, I know it's cliche, but maybe try to go get some easy ones. Start inside.
That one wasn't easy.
No, it was not, but at least it's a shot at the rim, and you're not waiting and putting so much pressure on yourself for that first kick-out three.
Mbang getting creative. Threw into a crowd in the lane. Adams surrounded by Bulldogs. No foul. 16,300 Jayhawk fans disagree. Allerton backed on the arm by McCullough. First on the KU All-American candidate.
And obviously, with your importance and shortened bench, Kevin McCullough Jr., Hunter Dickinson, and DeJuan Harris and KJ Adams, they got to be real careful and selective when they do go for steals and end up fouling. You can't afford any of those guys to get strapped into foul trouble.
Let's be honest, that's true for Bill Self every game this year, no matter how many players.
You're so right. I mean, Bill Self said it. 1 through 4 is rock solid, and you got no questions there. It's players 5 through 9 and 5 through 8 really in this ball game that there's still a little bit of uncertainty.
This is Samson Allerton, 6'10", first-year player out of Dallas at the line. Their first years at Yale, not freshmen.
Yeah,
first years.
Well, and Allerton, this guy had offers from Texas and TCU, so he's a big-time player. He's going to sit down now, but Yale was able to beat out 2 Big 12 schools for him.
The Texas 7-6A Defensive Player of the Year for the entire state last year at Lake Highland High School. Kamari McDowell in for the Jayhawks has it, number 11 in the off-white Jayhawk uniforms tonight.
Played well against Indiana. Big lift off the bench.
Good idea from Marco Jackson. Wolf back in for Yale, securing the rebound.
Small bench, basically 3 bench guys in, and you surrender a 3 to August Mahoney,
who rolled his ankle, it appeared, coming down, and hobbles to the bench. But Yale in command up 4. Kansas getting a fight from the visitors from the Ivy League.
Toyota trucks. Let's go places. Kate's Heating and Cooling's 50th anniversary celebration is going on now with unprecedented savings on new heating and cooling systems. How would you like to join the party? Kate's Care. With Kate's, you choose the style that fits you best. Will it be 48 months at 0% financing or a 10-year parts and labor warranty on new equipment, including a 10-year annual maintenance contract? Go to katesheatingandcooling.com to make your selection. Who can offer you savings that fit your style? That's right, Kate's Care.
Together, we're elevating our potential, our pride, our traditions, and our dreams. Together, we're opening up a whole new world of possibilities. Elevate your University of Kansas experience with Jayhawk checking from Central Bank. Central Bank and KU, elevating together.
We started at 12. Running 11 deep and dropping down since 9-6. What happened when the brigade met the Southwest? 7 Heisman's. Count it. We're 6 at the net, 5 on the floor, and 4 schools stronger. We put up threes, throw up deuces, and make one thing clear. We've always been greater than 12.
Yale up 4, 8.5 minutes in. Third member of our team is Kenitra Puya. She was in the KU huddle.
Yeah, Bill Self wasn't trying to be a Scrooge when he was telling his team to focus, and that Christmas vacation doesn't start until tomorrow. Right now, with the Jayhawks down 4, he wants his guys to pay more attention to the scouting report and being able to execute what they talked about doing, and that is how to defend these guys, especially Wolf, a very agile big man. You see Hunter Dickinson now back into the game after being benched at the under-16 timeout, guys.
All right, KP, we'll see if Hunter Dickinson received that message when they go back to the defensive end. They get it to him here offensively. Forgot Timberlake, who has 4 already. Let that 3 short. Gets his own rebound, gets rejected at the rim, but Kansas keeps it.
Got to continue to play inside out, though. The ball's got to go into Hunter Dickinson. He's got to collapse the defense or make a quick post move before a dig comes. Good kick out, good look from Timberlake. You like the aggressiveness?
Wolf is not a great shot blocker. He'll get 1 or 2, though, but this Yale team, outstanding defensively. They're only holding opponents to 40.5% shooting. That's not an extremely low number. Wolf finding a cutter. That's Simmons, blocked by Adams. Jackson racing the other way. Timberlake, corner pocket, 3-ball good. Nicholas Timberlake, a huge lift off the bench in this first half.
He's come in with confidence. Started going inside with a couple of layups. It's a heck of a play, though, from Marco Jackson. A push, get a piece of the paint, find his running mate in the corner.
Matt Nolan goes to work. Nice move as he got it inside for his first two. Bill Self described him today as a left-handed KJ Adams. Very similar game.
Yes, 15 feet it in, not three-point shooters, big bodies.
Here's the right-handed KJ Adams, giving it up to Jackson. 1 and out for the Jayhawks. They're not getting second chances other than the Timberlake rebound and the long bounce.
Let's see if KU can turn up the heat defensively. Get Yale uncomfortable. Good hedge from Dickinson in the cover.
Wolf out beyond 3, lets it fly. He's a 40% three-point shooter. Yale blue jerseys around Big Hunter Dickinson in there.
So the ball's got to go. It's a good look from Jamari McDowell. There's an enormous amount of trust with Dickinson's hands that he can go high point, even in traffic. Where as a guard, it makes such a difference if you have confidence that your big man will go get it.
Dickinson high post. Jackson had an open look.
I think that's one that Marco Jackson got to shoot.
Drives it instead. Wolf is everywhere in there for Yale.
Jackson's got to have the confidence to step into that one. That was a drive. Harris got a piece of the paint.
Mbang wants to go to work on Harris. Wolf trying to get loose. Still 3 seconds for Yale, but the Jayhawk defense, very, very good that possession.
Saved the layup. Kevin McCullough, 2 guarding 1. Take a look at it. He's got his man in the short corner and stopping Wolf. Good deflection. Like you said, 3 on the clock.
Yale needs to go quickly. Mbang, top 3. Shot clock violation.
Uncharacteristically unintelligent play from Yale there with 3 seconds left. You've got to have a little bit more shot clock awareness. You don't got time to set a wing ball screen with 3 on the clock there.
And a lack of focus as Jackson let it go through his hands. Kansas gives it right back. Well, any momentum you built with a defensive stop and a shot clock violation, you give it right back 5 seconds later, and then you're back playing defense again.
And obviously those turnovers just are driving coach crazy. You realize you're not going to play perfect, you're going to turn it over, but it's just a simple wing entry goes through your hands. Those will drive you nuts.
Nolan, that's where he likes to operate. Kansas trying to run. Timberlake, tough catch. Found Jackson. Dickinson on the fortunate bounce, unable to flush. Bulldogs back the other way. Wolf got a man in the air, draws the whistle. Timberlake's first. We get a break in the action. Yale continuing to lead. Up 3 under 8 to go in the first.
Way, with a buddy and a meal in every box. The Kerwin Frost Box.
Yale leads, as you can see, but Nick, the story for me right now is they're holding Kansas to 6 of 18 shooting. A Bill Self team is shooting 33%.
Yeah, I think Coach Self was very worried about guarding Yale. And so far, in all reality, you're doing a pretty good job defending Yale if you're Kansas, but offensively, you had a hard time. Hunter Dickinson has spent a good chunk of the first 8 minutes of the game on the bench. He's not put his fingerprints on this game, but something you just pointed out, only 1 personal foul on Yale. And to me, that's a sign that Kansas has not had the aggressiveness that they typically have to put pressure on the defense or gotten Yale out of position to where they are fouling.
Fourth all-time meeting between these schools. Kansas leads 3-0. The last one was in December of 2007. Kansas, of course, went on to win the national championship that season. Pick and roll, Wolf. With a high degree of difficulty. Jack Malloy just into the game for Yale. Cleans it up, lays it in, and the Bulldogs are up 5.
Gotta have someone else rotating. KJ Adams did a heck of a job to save a layup, but then you gotta have extra efforts from other Jayhawks to rotate to get in front of Malloy.
Adams trying a jump shot.
Oh, it's got to get into Dickinson. You have to get Hunter Dickinson into a flow.
John Koulakidis, a 42% three-point shooter, connects, and the Eli's +8 in Lawrence.
Both of Yale's threes have been in transition. Not enough urgency from KU getting sorted out.
Where do you go for offense here for Kansas?
You got to get the ball to Dickinson. In the post.
Harris backdoor. Dickinson from the foul line had it knocked away. They are just collapsing on him when he gets the basketball. A 7-0 run for Yale. Koulakidis gives to Wolf. Open three. You betcha. Timeout, Kansas. Bill Self has seen his team give up 10 straight to the visitors from the Ivy League, who look so calm and poised out there.
And that's exactly what Bill Self didn't want to see. First of all, in transition, not enough talk between KJ Adams and Nicholas Timberlake. You give up a three, then a pick and pop. DeJuan Harris is going to try to stunt to buy Dickinson time, but Dickinson's got to have more urgency sprinting out of that ball screen to recover back to Danny Wolf. Or DeJuan Harris has got to stay there a little bit longer. And Wolf did a good job of letting Harris clear and then knocking down a three. And to me, Kansas is just not got enough teeth in their defense right now. We talk about Kansas's struggles offensively in the half court. Well, a great place to remedy those offensive woes is defense creating offense. And that hasn't been there so far through the first 14 minutes of this first half.
The offensive struggles for Kansas right now. How about no points the last 4.5 minutes? Missed their last 4 shots from the field.
This ball's got to go into Hunter Dickinson. And Yale's been collapsing, so you got to have guys spacing the floor, ready to make a play.
Out of the timeout, McCullough down the right alley, unable to finish. Kansas keeps it on the deflected rebound.
It's a good set, just getting a little weave action for Kevin McCullough to get to his right hand downhill.
How about this lineup for the Jayhawks as well? It's the big four you would expect. Harris, McCullough, Dickinson, Adams, and Nicholas Timberlake is the 5th right now, who is Kansas's leading scorer with 7 tonight. Meanwhile, Yale trying to get a substitute into the game. This is Yusuf Basa-Ama, who had to remove his undershirt, which was not a matching color to his jersey before coming in.
I'm not sure I've seen that. A shirtless individual checking into a Division I basketball game.
Shirt replaced. Play resumes. In for Dickinson. Beautiful. And the dexterity around the hoop to know where the rim was while he kept the ball high.
This classic Bill Self offense, getting that defender rooted up the floor, swing it, throw it over the top.
Ending a nearly 5-minute scoring drought in the process. Basa-Ama's first touch, why not?
Obviously, with Danny Wolf not in the game, everything changes in terms of your coverages defensively.
Harris down the baseline, trying to create. Ball loose. Yale has it. Embank got a step on Harris. Oh, I thought about that. McCullough with the knockaway. Kansas runs. Kevin McCullough pulling to the hoop. Bucket and one. Kansas getting offense from defense. Previous possession, it was ball movement.
These are the two areas of offense that need to show themselves. Dickinson in the post. You get the ball reversal. You see Dickinson rooting his man up the floor, keeps it high and scores. And then defense creating offense. So Kansas has to get more right now. And Kevin McCullough Jr. with the head of steam is really, really a talented guy right now.
James Jones gets Danny Wolf back in. McCullough looking for a three-point play. 5 points tonight. Make it 6.
So Wolf back into the game. KJ Adams on him. So if Wolf goes into the post, there'll be a double team that comes.
Crowd trying to get involved. Adams bringing some heat on Wolf. It's a bigger lineup for Yale. Noling's their starting 4. He's playing the 3 right now. Got McCullough on skates for a moment and scores it. You don't see that very often.
I was just going to say, you don't put Kevin McCullough Jr. on skates very often. That was a nice move from Matt Noling.
And then Adams throws it to the fans in the front row.
That's 2 just careless turnovers, throwing the ball around the perimeter offensively for KU.
With the steal. Attacks. McCullough cleaning it up.
Heck of a job, though, by KJ Adams. Understand he's guarding Danny Wolf. He denied that pick-roll replace.
Yale takes timeout. Getting loud and Allen Fieldhouse. Kansas back within 6.
Nightmare matchups? Check. Team of Destiny? Check. All the heart-pumping, stadium-jumping action of your playoff dreams? Check, please.
Yale has led most of the way so far in this one, including by as many as 11. Football still on the minds of fans here in Lawrence, though. The demolition has begun at David Booth Kansas Memorial Stadium. Bowl game coming up for the Jayhawks Tuesday. That's the 26th, the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Jayhawk Game Day Live, 7:30 pregame, and then afterwards as well here on Big 12 Now. It's a different look over at the corner of 11th and Mississippi, and it's only going to get more different over the next few months.
Exciting, though. Oh, my goodness. Very exciting.
Yale with the ball out of their timeout. Wolf spinning, finding Townsend underneath, and that's a tie-up. Arrow keeps it with Yale.
An interesting call. KJ Adams doing a much better job chasing Danny Wolf around the perimeter. I like this matchup more for Kansas. You got Dickinson on Townsend, who's not a three-point shooter, so he doesn't have to get drug on the perimeter, and KJ Adams can move.
Wolf launching anyway. Kansas trying to get a little closer.
Well, Kansas has 7 turnovers so far in this game, and only 5 assists.
McCullough getting inside. Draws a foul. James Jones is still trying to get an explanation from the officials on why that was a jump ball at the other end.
Pretty good X's and O's here. Just a little Iverson cut over the top, and because you have those bigs on the elbows, the baseline is vacant, and Kevin McCullough Jr. is able to just rip and go. And Yale's done a good job packing the paint. And so Bill Self with that dry erase board trying to manufacture a vacant paint for Kevin McCullough to drive it.
How about this for a stat tonight? That's only the 3rd foul called on Yale. Kevin McCullough's gone to the free throw line on all 3 of them.
Done a really good job. Really the whole season, but in particular the last handful of games, just understanding the importance of drawing fouls and getting through the foul.
And paying it off, he's 4 of 4 at the line tonight. Already 10 points. Jayhawks back within 4. Akita Mulkakis behind the Wolf screen. Fewer on the three.
Rare mistake from Kevin McCullough Jr., who just didn't stay attached to Mulkakis. Too good of a shooter. He made over 63s a year ago. Those guys like that, you got to Velcro them and not give them any space.
McCullough fading from the elbow, in and out. Here come the Bulldogs again. Kiedis, the lefty, hit the three moments ago. With a double team will come. Spin from Wolf. Turns it over.
Well, KJ Adams has done a nice job on Danny Wolf. He's got him out of a rhythm, out of a flow. He's not as comfortable on the perimeter because he's got KJ Adams all up underneath him. And I think Wolf needs to explore some things in the post on Adams, but Adams has done a good job fighting.
Color just goes right down the right side of the lane, all the way to the rim.
It's the second time Kansas has run that. And both times, Kevin McCullough has been able to get all the way to the basket.
Mahoney uses the screen to the corner to bury a three. Second three hit for August Mahoney tonight. A senior captain with a pair of triples and 8 points.
Mahoney and Mulkakis are really, really dangerous shooters.
Harris trying to match does. DeJuan Harris doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but they usually go in. 46% coming in.
But with how Yale is packing the paint, the Jayhawks are going to have to knock down a couple of threes.
Mbang wants to join the party. All loose on the floor. Dickinson and Townsend rolling around. Tie up, possession arrow, Kansas.
Well, a rare poor shot from Yale. That shot selection, Mbang can get a better one than that. These kind of plays you got to make. Those 50-50 balls, you got to go try to wrestle them, at the very least get a jump ball. Was that almost like a gator roll from Hunter Dickinson there when he got that basketball?
Gator roll?
Is that what it? I don't know what that was. Like a fumble. Lance Leipold or something like that.
I don't need to diagram that for it. Little zone look now from Yale.
Interesting.
Great ball movement by the Jayhawks. Three-pointer off. Kansas keeps it.
I love it. Look at KJ Adams. Just plays with so much energy. And that passion. And he's fired up about this. This guy just pursuing a long rebound, able to steal possession. And KJ Adams sees value in that and understands that's his identity as a player.
Over the top.
He can also do that.
He can. Quite well. His first points. This seems like an important possession for Yale. Knocked loose by Dickinson. Still loose. Harris. McCullough. Two shots coming.
Kansas turned it up. Dickinson knocked it free. Look at all the white jerseys going to the floor. And it ends in a foul. Look at this. Watch KJ Adams, bottom of your screen coming at you. He wasn't even open.
No.
But DeJuan Harris,
Pinpoint on the pass.
just put it on a bullseye.
No idea.
And KJ Adams goes to the top floor with ease.
This is the 12th game of the season for the Jayhawks. Multiple times in those 12 games we talked about Kevin McCullough providing offense, rescuing Kansas when they need it. How about 13 first-half points?
He's gotten to the foul line again.
14 now for McCullough. 7 straight for the Jayhawks. And a little backcourt pressure. And a foul. James Jones have been working the officials the last few possessions, trying to get anything called on Kansas. He'll take it, although I think that was a lot less than some of the other stuff he was asking about. No free throws, they're not in the bonus yet.
J.J. Adams thought he could get it. Just a touch late. But boy, I'm sure it's interesting where Kansas all of a sudden will turn it up a few notches. And
This crowd doesn't hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yale wants the last shot of the half. And bang. Wolf, open three. Not there. McCullough will have a heave. A competitive first half, to say the least, in